Nobody can be handling the hours of them.
But will you support someone in 2029?
But I just told you that the same.
Will you support someone?
Definitely. If I conclude with same, I will support them. Period. I said I will not support Unity Party in 2029. Let me repeat. I will not repeat it. I will not support Unity Party in 2029.
Is this Senator Johnson talking?
Sandro Dazo Johnson making this statement. I've said it. Those that have ears have heard it. I'm sure the president have heard it. I'm sure his vice president have heard it. I told them only for President Parker. Only. And I will not go beyond that. Nobody can be handling the hours of them.
But will you support someone in 2029?
But I just told you that the same.
Will you support someone?
Definitely. If I conclude with same, I will support them. Period. I said I will not support Unity Party in 2029. Let me repeat. I will not repeat it. I will not support.
You understand what it means now to be president. Therefore, he there. Even though you get war group or only and carry it. The 10 year now we enter. Waka now is building a $10 million complex in a hometown in Lofa. So that when he finished with your presidency, he will go lay down there. But the shameful part is, as he is driving to go to those houses that he's building, which cost $10 million, the people there are still living in the mud houses and in the dead houses that you'll be passing by to go to that $10 million house. Now we say, okay, Joseph Walker, my man, you were there for 12 years with Ellie as vice president. You understand what it means now to be president. Therefore, he there. Even though you get war group or only and carry it. The 10 year now we enter. Waka now is building a $10 million complex in a hometown in Lofa. So that when he finished with your presidency, he will go lay down there. But the shameful part is, as he is driving to go to those houses that he's building, which cost $10 million, the people there are still living in the mud houses and in the dead houses that you'll be passing by to go to that $10 million house. Now we say, okay, Joseph Walker, my man, you were there for 12 years with Ellie as vice president. You understand what it means?
Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop slipping. Whip your hands. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people sue us. The people laugh us. The government betray us. So much. I said, they lie. The people sue us. So.
I'm reminded of a saying. You see, I always told people power is not good for everybody.
And now you need to deceive us.
Who do not know leadership, what leadership is. Some do not have the capacity to understand what the meaning of tolerance in public service. No experience. Tolerance level is so low. The reasoning is extremely appalling. You can't trust those kinds of people with power. They will damage the system and embarrass the country or the institution they are presiding over. Does Liberia fit in similar situations? Our conversation says yes. We could just answer those questions. Whatever the case is,
no one to trust. My people know.
Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to those of you in the diaspora. Our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on the Monday's edition of the show. It's the 19th day of January.
Nothing to show, nothing. So,
You know, I'm following two separate debates
why? But that's the question that we ask.
that are widely taking place on social media, particularly Facebook.
The people who us.
One concerns the nomination, or should I say appointment, of former Sano County Senator J. Milton Tiaji as manager at the port of Greenville. And the other debate is about
The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie.
the initial, should I say, refusal or oversight about the infrastructure conference that is taking place in Ganta. The former Public Works Minister Ruth Collins said, hey,
We tired with the pump.
it is unpatriotic.
Let us to allow the damages.
Infrastructure development, infrastructure conversations of such
They deceive us. They
should not have borders,
us.
should not be restricted to political affiliation
They should speak.
or alignment.
You allow the citizens.
I can be the immediate past Public Works Minister and also a seasoned engineer,
You
and you are having an infrastructure conference and don't call me.
Why? The government should lie. Why? But that the
The organizers
no one to
have also responded to former Public Works Minister Ruth Coker Collins.
telling you, brother. So
But what is interesting about that conversation are the comments under the two posts.
they're too selfish.
Yes, so tonight we'll feature some of the comments.
People tired. They tired. You see the reason why we ask what the government.
Also, Councillor Jilate Sayo says Milton Tiaji is too old.
And your mission.
Legally, he's unqualified to serve as manager at the Port of Sano.
Nothing to show.
And he has been providing some legal justification. He's a lawyer anyway.
Government should lie.
And so we are going to feature those two controversial conversations taking place in our country. We'll read some of his arguments, his legal justifications he's giving why TJ should not be considered for employment at the port of Greenville. A minute, second, let me tell you 71. Oh,
The people.
Liberian politicians in government jobs. Nah. So yes, that's it. That's the size and shape of the show tonight. Stick and stay, don't go away. My name is Austin Kawa. I'm going for a very short break to take a word from our sponsor, Crime Stepper Liberia. When we come back after our break, we will run straight into our discussions. All of you joining us tonight on the show. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on the show via Facebook and YouTube. Let's take a break from our sponsor. When we come back, we will officially welcome all of you to the show.
We just tell you. That why we go tell you. Thank God. For you fool us, you screw us, you use us and little on a big.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Simon.
Thank you, Old Man Sam Simon. Step on Liberia. Thank you. Okay, so let's go. This mark, yes, this is it. This is it. Okay, so I see a lot of you joining us on the show tonight. So let's see whether we can welcome all of you. Alexa Moba, how are you doing? Venetius Junior Bar, Kemonka Albert C. Welcome all of you. Edwin K. It's good to have you joining us, bro, from Tottenham Break City. JNB Son, welcome to the show. Blessed Prince Kamara is joining us from Barnesville Estate. Marcus Jida is joining us tonight from where? Yekepa, from Yekepa, Yikpi, from Yikpi Town. Okay, whatever. Where is that place? Yikpi Town. I know somewhere called Yakbastan in Riverses. OP O'Neill Johnson, welcome to the show. Gadi OP, welcome to the show. Augustine Musa, thank you for joining us. Gay Brazon has joined us tonight from Keba. Okay, I think I welcome you already. Pabi Keita is joining us tonight. Junior Sequoia. Welcome to the show, Johnson Dolly, Muba. It's good to have all of you on tonight. Muba is following tonight from Guinea. Congratulations to you guys. You have a new president. Okay, so let's go. Let's do business. So, my weekend. The weekend was good anyway. The energy, I always say when you are alive to sit behind these microphones, it is so it feels so good. It feels so comfortable. It is a peace in trust me. It's a renewal of hope. Not only for me, but I know for many persons who believe in the work we do here and all of that. So it's good to be here after the weekend. It's good to have all of you joining us. How was your weekend? I'm sure it was good. I'm sure it was good. Those of you who are sick, we're sending you speedy recovery. Those of you who are bereaved, please accept our deepest sympathy. For your loss. Those of you celebrating your birthday, let me say happy birthday to all of you. Those of you who have celebrated, let me say happy belated birthday to all of you. Those of you who are planning your wedding, we wish you a successful event. One of our followers is planning his wedding, and he's been behind me. Just this guy reached out to me since last year, asking me to invite all of you, especially the regular followers of the show and the regular callers of the show and all of that. And there are some key officials in the CDC that he said, I really want you, Austin, please help me to reach out to those people. I only want them to attend my wedding. I just want them to attend my wedding. He said, I'm a seditious, I'm a lover of George Weah. But all those people, those famous names in the party and the CDC, I just want them to please attend my wedding. Including you, man, CC, including you. So I told him, my man, you know what? I don't want to be the person who will communicate or send your invitation to the people. I want yourself to be the one. Say you are a follower of the show. You've been following me for long. I'm going to give you the opportunity to publicly send out your invitation to those people. Just the conversation we have behind the scene. And I think all of you, I too will appreciate if you all can attend his wedding. Rich, Alfred John, Stephen Todo, Aaron Mason, Moses Lamy, Abraham Swain. All of you, welcome to the show. So I know where I place this number. I don't know. I think I misplaced this number. Misplaced this number. But he should be listening to the show. So if he's listening, This is an open invitation to you. You can call me and let's talk. Okay, I don't know. I think this is so I'll get the number and then I want to call him. Then okay. I will do that. Okay, so folks, I know that so this is what Ruth Coco Collins wrote, and then she got a reply. Let me read what she wrote, and then the international can misbehavior again, man. Okay. Okay, so let me I'm trying to get this stuff. Please. Okay. So she writes, Honorable Minister and esteemed colleagues, I write with respect and sincere sense of national responsibility regarding the infrastructure conference being held in Gompa City, Nima County, that is organized by the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Public Works. As the immediate past Minister of Public Works, a professional and career engineer who has served this country diligently, I am concerned and particularly note that I was not invited to participate in this important national dialogue. Infrastructure development is a continuous national endeavor that transcends beyond politics or political parties and administration. It should rather be fundamentally about our collective expertise, institutional memory, and shared commitment to Liberia's development. Such conferences provide valuable opportunities for knowledge sharing, reflection on lessons learned, and strengthening professional collaboration across generations of leadership within the sector. Inclusion of former ministers and senior professionals helps ensure continuity, enriches policy discourse, and reinforces the principle that national development is a shared responsibility. I wish to emphasize that my concern is raised not in the spirit of criticism, but in good faith and with the hope that future national infrastructure engagements will embrace broader professional participation for the benefit of our country. I remain fully committed to supporting Liberia's infrastructure development in whatever capacity my experience and expertise may be useful. And I look forward to continue collaboration in the national interest. Please accept my assurances of highest consideration. Respectfully, Ruth Coco Collins, former Minister of Public Works. Then the organizers of the conference wrote in response to Madam Collins' letter. Open response to Honorable Ruth Coco Collins, former Minister of Public Works, Republic of Liberia. Honorable former Minister, esteemed engineer, and distinguished colleague. The organizing committee of the National Infrastructure Conference 2026 acknowledges receipt of your open letter to the Minister of Public Works regarding the ongoing National Infrastructure Conference in Gombe City, Nima County. We receive your concerns with deep respect and in the same spirit of national responsibility in which they were expressed. First, please allow us to recognize with humanity that your non-inclusion in the initial list of invitees was an unfortunate oversight. This lapse does not in any way reflect the high regard in which you are held as a former Minister of Public Works, a seasoned professional engineer, and a patriot who has contributed to Liberia's infrastructure development. We accept this shortcoming from a position of responsibility and institutional learning. You are absolutely correct that infrastructure development transcends political transitions and administrations. The knowledge, experience, and institutional memory carried by former ministers and senior professionals remain invaluable national assets. The conference was conceived as a platform for exactly that. Honest dialogue across generations of leadership to shape a stronger, more resilient infrastructure future for Liberia. In this regard, it is our distinct honor to formally invite you to participate in day 3 of the conference scheduled for Wednesday, January 21, 2026, which focuses on building resilient infrastructure, enhancing rural connectivity, and integrating climate change. Your response, your perspective as a former sector leader will greatly enrich in this discussion, particularly on policy continuity, asset management, and lessons learned from previous interventions. The Secretariat will be pleased to make all necessary arrangements to facilitate your participation in the technical sessions and roundtables on the 3, and you can kindly access the link below for more details on the conference. We deeply appreciate your continued commitment to national service and your gracious expressions of willingness to contribute despite this initial slip. It is our hope that this conference and future engagements will reflect the inclusive spirit you have rightly advocated. Please accept, Honorable Former Minister, the assurances of our highest consideration and profound respect. Regards, the Organizing Committee, National Infrastructure Conference. Now, this is not what I'm really interested in. What I'm interested in is the comments. The comments that have been made by Liberians, all in the name of supporters or regime collaborators or partisans. 2 big people, senior people, are having their conversation. The ordinary bar player, where you get 1 cup of red to that hall to eat, that they don't want to go on people honor these comments and start insulting people and trading electric comments. I'm going to read from a page, a colleague page. Judas posted this. I want to read some of the comments under his post. I want to read some of his comments. I wrote a comment where one of the guys say, Ruth Coca-Cola is one of the worst, is the worst minister at Public Works. They say, I click on him to see himself. I see Unity Party. I said, so these guys, So we would politicize everything in this country. I must appreciate the manner and form in which Madam Collins communicated her displeasure with the organizing committee. And I must also publicly acknowledge the mature form and manner in which the organizing committee responded and resolved the issue. This is leadership. Initially, the men wanted to politicize it. It was good that the organizing committee got involved. But that's it. We Liberians who are supposed to be talking about reconciliation, read what they are writing under this comment as if to say this is about Ruth Coco Collins. This matter is beyond her. It's not about her. Even though these are comments. So I mean, all comments. Okay. So this person name is Zakba Kitty. Yes, Zakba Kitty. Say what a patriot she is. Fitzgerald Banning says she should have been invited as the immediate past minister and engineer by profession. Well written. Liberia matters, not politics. Boyman Tukpa Rats. Harry Ball Johnson said Unity Party people are divisive. Jacob Kui says she's seriously making sense. Witty will. Divisiveness at its peak. Siafa Debo said, don't hurt him, ma'am. Abdullah Sanon says, I agree with her. Muhara Sion says, this government will cause serious problems among the Liberian people. Seriously. Musa Ville says, silent. Our leaders need to grow up. We are killing our manpower because of politics. Sidiki Kaba says, another chest pin. Christian scholar says, she is right. What will it take for this government when she participates in that conference? President Bouaka demonstrated leadership yesterday by inviting my political leader, Alexander B. Cummings, to work with him for the kickoff of the National County Meet. And I think his officials should begin to follow his footpath. With Murray Yakula says, we treat our past leaders in every sector like used diapers. Raymond Roberts says, the truth is, the current minister is more political than being professional in his workings. November says, Liberia is heavily divided under this administration. We need to change our minds and attitudes for the betterment of our country, Liberia. Mohamed Pakita says, the people not even recognizing your boss as former president, then are you? Avamo says, I'm not reading Avamo comment for obvious reasons. Yeah. For obvious reasons. I've said no, I'm not reading a comment. Yeah. I want to read comments for infamous supporters of the different political parties. Yeah, not the popular ones. I remember the popular supporters of CDC. Anthony George Morba says, a very logical argument. Emmanuel, that's former Representative George Morba says, very logical argument. Emmanuel Dologbe says, vol of politics, she's making a point. Siase says, she has a point. Eric Stier said, all because of politics, we drained our past leaders or professional people simply because of party. This is clear indication of how many great professionals have gone downhill and forgotten. Hope the divisiveness can stop at some point. Let's unite for the common good. You made is a lot of sense here, man. So I'll stop here. These are not leaders speaking. These are Liberians speaking. Liberians. You see, I know somebody is asking, but Austin, why is Austin reading the comments or some of the comments under the post? Here's the primary reason. Our leaders especially the current ones we have, they are so adamant. On a serious note, our leaders are not listening. The arrogance is too high. Listen to Liberians, the people you see reading or commenting on this post, they are not Sidicians, oh. They are Liberians who have their different political sides, but they are seeing truth. These comments say to you or should tell you that Liberians are not rationalizing anymore. The majority of them are not rationalizing anymore on party line. They are seeing Liberia. They are seeing logic. They are following sense. This is the reasoning. So they are aware and they know when your leader is not performing. They know when their leaders are in error. They know when their leaders are making mistakes. And nobody's going to fool them or intellectualize their mistake. And, nobody's going to intellectualize your mistake. You sit there, you intellectualizing your mistake and thinking Liberians are not following or Liberians don't know that you are performing or proceeding wrongly. The same way they are telling, they are celebrating Ruth Coco Collins' letter to the public works minister. This is the same reasoning and logic we would expect that they would take to the ballot box. So when you keep the people hungry, you keep them poor, you harass them, you intimidate them, you displace them in their own country, you demolish their structures, you cut their salaries abruptly with no explanation given to them. They are jotting down these things. They are feeding the pins and they will pay back. So they are not stupid. There will always be people to intellectualize everything. Yes, that is fair enough. We can understand. But the real victims will act. The real victims will act. Liberians are not stupid again. Yes, they may be living in silence, or they may be playing quiet because of the manner in which they are handled or they are treated for the bad conditions that they're in, advocate against the bad conditions they find themselves in. The manner in which state security will handle them. So some of them say, okay, waiting, you enjoy yourself. 2020 now. You see them commenting. You see them, oh no, they're all gonna do that. They're all gonna do that. No, one or two of them who in get sense were doing party. But see, Liberians are telling you the country is heavily divided. When we sit here and tell you that the country is heavily divided, it is because of the leadership style introduced by Joe Barker. Some of you think it's an opposition opinion. Some of you think it's an opinion intended to blackmail or besmear the government's reputation. But this is the reality on the ground, that the country is heavily divided. And Mr. Barker is responsible for that division. He's responsible. And Liberians are coming. Liberians are writing under this board. They are the ones telling you that the country is too divided since Barker came to power. No. They're not saying Austin said the country is divided since Barker came to power. They themselves are telling you that the country is too divided since Barker came to you, or were you to invite Ruth Coco Collins as the immediate past public works minister. But again, the committee has acknowledged, even though I know it was not an oversight, but it's good that they've acknowledged their mistake and they call it an oversight, and they've accepted to invite her. If you ask me whether she should go, I will tell you she should not attend. but at least she placed them on the record and exposed their ineptitude or exposed their childish political play on the record. Let them have their infrastructure conference and build the country. Let them have their conference. Some of these guys who were recruited by President Sirleaf and got trained in school and educated by President Sirleaf, they have to really come to their senses. They are allowing arrogance to take over everything they're doing. Guinness is one. Guinness is one. You want to sit here and tell me these people who claim to be extremely sophisticated and experienced and understand government and our governance process will tell you that the Ministry of Public Works, along with the ROFO and other partners, are organizing, or it took them more than 6 months to organize and plan this infrastructure conference. They were holding conversation about guests, about speakers, all this kind of making arrangement for stakeholders and all of that. How come this organizing committee wants us to believe that they all sat around that table? They sat around that table with all their experience and sophistication, and they did not see the need, or they couldn't consider the immediate past public works minister. This is the immediate past. At least if our own public works minister who served 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, we could say, yeah, oversight. But no, Guinness in his office, Guinness, you see, go to public works, you see all the former public works minister to the current. The picture right there, Guinness can see every day. He can provide. There were meetings being here in our ministry of Public Works in the conference room. They all sitting in the conference room, having meeting regularly to plan this program. They were seeing all the former public works minister picture in that conference room. And they come here to tell us, oh, it was an oversight. They come there, it was an oversight. We can't be this petty as a nation. Our leaders are too petty. And it's not helping our system. It's not growing. It's not developing us. Our mind, we have an electric thinking, electric way of doing things. Our leaders have this electric way of doing things. That's why we are not growing as a country. That's why we are not being respected out there. That's why we're not making progress. I mean, significant progress. We're just slow. You walking like you're not walking. Imagine how many years have gone. You adding 12 years plus we are 6 years. We're talking about something around 18 years. 18 years, 2 presidents. 18 years, 2 presidents. 2024 and 2025. How many years? That 20 years we are talking about. Look at our roads. In 20 years, we have not built more than 2 highway roads. Over 2 years, 20 years. Major round. We are still struggling to connect our county capitals after 20 years. 3 presidents. Everybody will cut a share. Joe Biden will take a 12-year share as vice president. Eddie will take a 12-year share from the mess as president. Joe Biden will take a 12-year from the mess as president. Joe Biden will take a 2 years from the 20 years. We're slow. Growth is slow. Progress is slow because the country is divided. So one group can, your time. or the group that is coming in that is supposed to be inviting former officials to work with, they say, my man, you please go here. We not get nothing to do with you. And I won't play with you. The children can say, and I won't play with you. And you know, that and I won't play with you mentality. That my time, that our time. 2025, 2026, we are still talking that our time. It is this that our time thing that is causing this divisive syndrome in our country. Because people take ownership. They feel entitled to our country. So they say that our time. That's where the entitlement comes from. So they bear this, they're bearing this entitlement in their minds that it is our time to do it our way, not according to a national program that is developed or nothing. Let's do it our time. This is what we want to do. That our time. Feel entitled. And once you start feeling entitled, trust me, you start creating enemies for yourself. You start pushing people away from you. Because nobody wants to be by you. You say that your tongue, so do your thing. Oh, my people say that tongue, let them do that thing. But we can't be telling ourselves that leadership is continuity. And we are fighting those who were there. We do not want to work with those who were there. Where is the continuity? You can't say leadership is continuity. Then you say, the person that was there, and I want to work with the person. How do you continue? How do you continue? Because you still need that person. Decisions were taken. Contracts were awarded. Payments were made. Procurement stuff were done. That you need the past, you need to work with the past to understand some things. Some of the transactions that took place. But you go, you say, no, that what time? You come and say, oh, I mean, the records are there, the books are there, you'll go to the farm. I'm out. Because you said that your time. So the time is going to take you to research fast projects. Reading and say, hire new guy. I know they will change. Maybe probably they will change our lawyer and all. Hire new lawyer, new law firm, review the contract. All the time it takes you to go through all of hiring new people to do the same thing over. You could just call those old people as a transition team. They sit down you, press you up, and boom, you pick up with speed. You continue where they stop, from where they stop. But you say no, that's your time. But Liberians are not stupid. Liberians are following. But this is an embarrassment. And it's too childish. It's too childish. And you say oversight. This is difficult to accept for any serious person to accept that it was an oversight. That the whole, I think that over the got 5 institutions, sectors that plan this program, organize this program. They're working with partners also to organize this program. And you tell us that it was an oversight to have excluded the immediate past public works minister. I mean, just 2 years ago, this woman was turning over to you, Giddings. Just 2 years ago, she was turning over to you. She's active in the public space. She's an engineer. She's in your engineer chat rooms. Even though you are not one, but she's an engineer. So it's a whole, and they are working with the engineering society, something like that. I don't know the organization name, but they're working with them. She's working with them. They're in together, different groups, the different frames they're running. They have chat rooms. They're there. So how you say that oversight? You can't do that. That long time it took you to print. That's not how oversight can happen. Eh? That's not how oversight can happen. Just be misusing the word. You say that oversight? Eh? What is that? They call oversight. That cannot be an oversight. Mm-mm. That one, that's not oversight. So we can honestly say it was not intentional. Who would believe that it was not intentional? Who would believe? Even you go to even research or what does oversight mean? They will still use the word. You will still see the word failure there. Failure to do something. You will still see failure there. You even go research, say what is over? What is the meaning of oversight? Maybe they will tell you unintentional failure, but they will still say failure to do it. Unintentional failure to do something. That failure will still be there. Now, unintentional failure to do something. Intention, demand. You won't do it, but you forget. Or you are supposed to do it, but it slipped your mind. It's instant. It can be that long time. You forget to invite the immediate past public works minister for an event that it took you 6 months plus to start to organize. How can that be? How can that be? How can that be an oversight? Normally, just at the snap of the finger, if somebody slip you. But now, program that it took you over 6 months to play, then you say oversight, you forgot. then we gotta check, or you say it was not intentional. It was not intentional. Because that's what they're saying. They say oversight, so it means it was not intentional. They did not intend to exclude her from the conference. They intended to invite. That long time, they're not anybody, not even confused who served ever since. Eh? But that we are talking about the immediate past public works minister. They said, we are one of those involved, but we forget. Hey, man, it was not intentional, man. Eh? The people got drafted. People got drafted. You know, they want to rewrote that thing. They want to rewrote that thing because they have partners with them. They are partnering with other organizations, institutions from other countries. And they have donor sponsoring the program. And they don't want these controversies to be associated with the conference. Because definitely the information will reach their partners. And their partners who don't want to support a political program or a political project, or they wouldn't want controversy to be associated with it. Because the moment it start to get politicized, then they taste the essence of the conference in the amount of the donors will not be achieved. That's the only reason. But if these guys were not working with foreign partners, they were never going to issue this letter, this consolidation letter. They were never. I'm telling you. You know why? I'm telling you, if they were not working with donors, with foreign partners, they were never going to issue this consolidation. You know why? Read the letter. The minister of, the camaraderie does not even exist. The camaraderie does not exist. Read the communication. Ruth Coker Collins wrote directly to the Minister of Public Works. He said, "It's too big to reply her." Eh? So he said, subordinate to reply her. She's the former Public Works Minister, a senior colleague to Giddens, She's not just former public works minister. She's an engineer and a CC12 with over 20 years experience as an engineer. Then she's the immediate past public works minister. Before she became public works minister, she was serving at that ministry as deputy minister for operations. Before she became minister. See the experience. And before she became deputy minister, she served that ministry of public works when Gideons was there. As an engineer. Gideons knows that. So let's forget about seniority here. She's your professional colleague. The two of you per ranking should be on this. Per ranking, the two of you are at the same level because she served as minister and she served as deputy minister and then minister. You two serve as a deputy minister and minister. She addressed you, an open communication. She addressed you, directed her communication to you. Then you send an organizing committee to reply her. And you tell me that it was not an oversight. I mean, you tell me it was an oversight. If Gideons really if Gideons really wants reconciliation, or if it is truly an oversight, amen. Okay, just don't really say Minister Gideons. Since the office of the minister said, office of the minister said, no problem. Office of the minister. But your colleague on the same level wrote you. And you choose to use a committee, an ad hoc committee, in fact. Not even an official structure of the Ministry of Public Works. And you choose to use an ad hoc structure to reply to your colleague. That was rude, unprofessional. The same illiteracy thing I'm just telling you about. That's not being educated. That's not a show of education. That's not a show of smartness. That is a display of immaturity. It's a display of recklessness. It's a display of carelessness. It's a display of rudeness. That's disrespect. That's disrespect. That's why I say, if I were Ruth Coco Collins, I wouldn't attend. I wouldn't honor that invitation. What is happening to these people? What is happening to these people? What will it take you to reach out to directly reach out to her as a minister? Say she saw the need, she saw the seniority, and she said, let me address him as my colleague. Because they say organizing committee, I don't know, I'm not familiar, or I may not be familiar with the organizers. The organizers are not making, they're not policy, they're not making policy, they're not making decision. They have superior structure. I can't go reorganizer, then they say, okay, we attention your letter to the minister. Then I long thing. So let me just address the minister directly. The communication is addressed to you. They say, I can't respond to that one more. I'm gonna waste my time. Because how they can talk, how rude they are. That's how arrogant they are. So, my man, I'm gonna say, bien. What I mean? My man, you're doing letter, you're doing that more as since you will open it, or we will reply how open it as a committee, organizing committee. I don't be bad on that one more. That's the meaning it. Then you see, open and people now. The smartest man in the whole world. He's the smartest man in the whole world. Now I dealt with that one. Now she can go read me open letter. I said I'm picking to go to reply. I didn't give a get. I said I'm picking to reply. That's how the people think, and that's how they do things. That's how they think. That's how they do things. We need to respect professional people in this country. The other day, a big brother who used to work at the Central Bank, I don't know whether he's still on the board now, but he used to work there before. He said to me, He said, he's my begin. The country hates technicians. He said, this country does not lack technicians. This country does not lack technicians. This country loves politicians. We take politicians and place them in technical positions. When they get there, we expect them to be technical or do technical things or make technical decisions in the position. When we place them there, not because they have technical knowledge, but because they supported me to be president. See how the country looking. And when that politician gets in that job, the only thing that is at the back of his mind is that I got here because of my support to Joseph Boakai. So I am here to make political decisions. Then he start making political decisions, doing political things, politicizing everything. And then the whole thing about professionalism or technicality or ethics, everything you kill it. You kill everything. Because you're making political decisions. We take people and put them in political position. I mean, politicians and put them in technical position. Then somebody say, oh yeah, but the Deputy Minister for Operation and Technical Services, I say, okay. Do they act on their own? No. They still have to go back to the politicians to approve. The technician that should be approving or the technician that should be advising. They say the technician will go to the politician. But no, they don't do what they did. That the politician telling the technician what to do. No, my man, you put the other project on pause. They do that project. The engineer or the technician there is being instructed to put a particular project on pause and focus on the other project. Political decision. When the technician is telling nobody, the corridor is very important economically, politically. This corridor is important. Let's divert funding to this corridor. The politician says no. The politician will tell you no. The engineer will tell you, let's direct funding for this project or to this project because this corridor is essential. Look at the bombing road, for example. That road is destroyed. I'm told the other day Joe Boakai was planning that road. One of the tire one of his vehicle in the convoy burst. The road is terrible. But the politicians are doing roads. But the major road, this major road going to another country, we have nothing to say about it. Why? The politicians are making decisions. Because you put all the engineers in public works or in lab bureau, you put all the roads down. Say which one you do a priority or three. The first 3 priority or roads should do in the country. All the engineers in lab bureau will tell you say you do that bombing road. They will tell you do that bombing road. They will tell you do the bombing road. But you know what? When we are building feeder roads in the country, they say, but what the impact the road having on the economy? You go to Bay Road, we have paved the whole sinker, all the avenues. He paved them, including rehab, everything. He paved those avenues. The people say, why we are paving sinker the avenues? They say we're having no economic impact. But we told them that it was paving the road will definitely ease security tension in those communities. We were hijacking people in there and everything. They paved those corridors, those avenues in Sinko, and post street less than crime rate drop. Nobody using the avenue again to on motorbike to JFU and run through the avenues and go hard. People go easily chase them now because all the roads paved. But they say it was wrong. Wow, was we are paving feeder roads, community roads. Today, I mean, Broadway, I like the road. And interestingly, when Josh paved the Banjo Road, the minute said, NC Kasu, all the UP men, but what the road will do? They road from Hotel Africa to Banjo here and Iron Gate, what impact again on the economy? Yeah? The road that they criticize, say we should not have paved that road, the road get no impact. Guess what? They mainly put the solar light on the road. They put the solar light on the road that they criticized and said it had no impact on the economy. That the road they mainly put the solar light on. And I saw that. So I called my man from public works the other day. I said, my man, but I thought the road here, he said it was a wrong economic choice that George Weah made to build the Banjo Road. Eh? They laughed. I said, no, don't laugh. I said, here, who's that post? I said, this is a post. When George Weah came to dedicate a road, this road, George Weah came to dedicate this road, you posted on Facebook that road has no economic impact. The road does not put food. The road will not put food on the tables of the people. The people are poor. They're struggling. He posted that thing on Facebook. Good of his that he's an appointee at the Ministry of Public Works currently. So I call him and say, my man, I say in your post, remember when he said the Banjo Road will have no impact? The Banjo Road will not put food on the people's table? He started laughing. I said, no, don't laugh. It's serious. The road that you criticize, that you say it will not put food on the table of people, then the road, your man, LDC people, they putting LDC people, they putting lead on the road. So like lead will put food on the people's table, eh? No, let's be frank. That's why I said our country cannot develop in division. Everything George Weah did in this country was wrong. Everything George Weah did in this country was wrong. We criticize everything George Weah did in this country as president. Even the feeder roles he was doing, they criticize it. George Weah went and secured the Robertsport Medina Road, secure funding, a water contract, everything. The minister started criticizing Medina to Robertsport Road again. He said, why go do Cayman Road when all of them bombing road and face? All kinds of things. Then the road today they're facing, they running to complete it. The road today, Robertsport to Medina, or Medina to Robertsport, the men who were criticizing George Weah for starting that road, then the men in there, they're doing the road. They are currently doing the road. The road that George Weah started that they criticize. The guys, the UP guys are doing the road now. They are continuing with it. They didn't cancel the project. Instead of canceling the project and redirect direct funding to a different road that they think would have been preferred or preferable for them, they went back now and continued with the project. They even teach the contractor say, they see contractor we are contracted, the funding we are source, the money that what they're using. They crush rocks, all the material job we are. But they said we did not do anything for this country. You criticize. Now, I will go back to that Banjo Road. I'll place emphasis on it for a reason. You know why I'm placing emphasis on the Banjo Road? Because the guys who said doing feeder road was wrong, it was not putting food on the table for Liberians. Guess what? They are doing the VOA road too. They're doing the road from VOA Junction to Bibeman Junction. The Bibeman Junction is a VOA. Eh? The man who said George Weah was wrong for doing the Banjo Road from Iron Gate, Isa Banjo to Hotel Africa Road. We have paved that road. The man criticized George Weah. That waste of money. That was not a sound economic decision to have wasted money on that road. Today, the man put in lead on the road that George Weah be. He put in lead there. What they say was bad. They put in lead there. And even though I've just been informed that even the lead they put in there, those were leads that were sent, our bought in 2022, I think 2022, 2023, by the rural renewable energy people here in 2023. They bought those leads ever since they ordered them, but because of the election, the vendor delayed to bring the leads. So the vendor just brought those leads in. I'm told that while they're doing the installation on the road in Banjo. Then they are doing the VOA road. They do the VA role. VA role, federal government official living there. Senator Dobo get a place there. The deputy for the deputy at bureau, the what the place? Business registry. He has a place there too. VA role. The minister of the minister of foreign affairs, Sarah Yanti, she on the VA role. So you see, and other people there, other middle level officials there, they're doing the role. Then the people say the only reason why they're doing that role is because Sarah Yanti living there. Then they get there. Eh? So the men say, Joe, we have paved the road. No government official are living on the road here. We paved the road for the people. You're only paving the VA road because Sarah Yanti living here. Then they get there. I'm get that for that. I'm argument. I let the road. I happy to paving the road. But they say when you pointing one finger at somebody, many coming back to you. So they were criticizing we are is going to spend all his life in power. They will not have the time to govern this country. Now they have the time to govern the country and making the same decision, even worse than what George Weah did. Then they said nobody should criticize them. I mean, we hate the country. We are enemies. We hate the country now. We don't let the papi. Every morning, every evening, in there, you wake up, you put your money, papi. You ain't let the papi. But the papi was laughing when you were criticizing everything that was being done in the country. He was laughing, having press service with you every day. He didn't see wisdom then. He didn't have wisdom then. But he lost his sense of reasoning then. That's what I'm telling you. So Baka could not reason then. Baka lived in rehab. He saw Joe Weah paving the road in all those community road in rehab, including the one passing in front of your house. He saw Weah. You were here when Weah connected that whole road straight into GSA road. All of that. Weah did all those roads. Baka was here. Weah was doing the road, carrying electricity down there, and he saw and heard his people criticizing all those things George Weah was doing. He didn't say anything. He supported the criticism from the Unity Party. For him, then it was politics. His sense of reasoning was dead by then. His sense of rationalizing was dead by then. He experienced loss. For 6 years under Joe Weah, he had no experience now to advise the people that, hey, the other criticism blah, 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 is not necessary. No. He wisdom vanished. For him, for 6 years, wisdom vanished. Then they empower now, then they say, we should praising them. We will support y'all. We will tell you thank you when you do good things. When you complete George Weah project, all George Weah unfinished projects, when you complete them, I will tell you thank you for completing his unfinished projects. Then I will remind you that y'all said that man, we're not doing anything now. How can you here completing his projects? It means you're lying that man, you're lying every day that this man spoiled the country. Eh? Imagine telling your counterpart that George Weah spoiled the country. Then your counterpart see you completing George Weah project. What sense will it make? I thought you said the man spoiled the country, but look at the man's vision. This is Weah's vision. Let's see his legacy. He started the RI role to bring modernity to RI role. That's vision. Somebody of this vision, you say he did. He said he spoiled your country. What kind of sense in that thing? He started paving, connecting all county capitals. He went and secured funding to connect Medina. Rabasport to Medina. With pave road. How you say the man did not look at the man vision? The man told Emory Hospital and carry wing Babolu. UP men say how many human be living in Babolu? That was a waste of money. UP men they call that waste of money. They say how many human beings in Babolu you carry hospital, that kind of hospital in Babolu? Today, they are playing in a Emory Hospital that was a waste of money. Vision. See his vision. Counties with low population, counties with low population were being deprived development in this country for 12 years when Joseph Braga was vice president. They deprived all the smaller counties with small population. They did that. Go to River G and see what we are doing with River G. How many high schools he built in River G? Go and see the road project. Go and see the project, the infrastructure project in River G that was neglected for 12 years under Joseph Braga as vice president. Go and see the infrastructure that we have built in our country for 6 years. Within 6 years. Within 6 years, we have took electricity to River G in the southeast. Within 6 years, he paved the road from the fish town road to Sweju. But how many human be living in River G? The population is small. We did not care about population. His intention was to connect county capitals. Oh, look, Robertsport. How many human be? We're not planning for Cape Man. But we are took the road saying we are going to pave road from Robertsport straight to Medina. Or Medina to Robertsport. To the only country that I don't know benefited significantly in terms of infrastructure, maybe that bombing from the Western region. But he had only 6 years. He was being fought. I know he was carrying something bombing. Then the very things they criticize now, you see them doing it. Then they go to infrastructure conference. They say, we're not calling CDC officials there. Eh? Because they were in a CDC government. We're not calling them there. Then they issue one letter and say, oversight. Yeah, you can instantly forget or fail to do something. You can wait. It's possible. But to sit down for over 6 months to plan program, it can be an instant mistake. It is a calculated. It can be an instant mistake. No. Most likely oversight only occur at the snap of the finger. You know, yeah. It's shut people down. You have to do something, you forget to do it. Anybody can almost say, yeah, man, slip of man, man, you know. Can you call this a slip of man? This can be unintentional. You can't tell me this was unintentional. This was well planned, well calculated. This was intentionally done. For the next 6 years, Giddens as the minister will live with this reality that he took over from Ruth Coker Collins. Who forgets that kind of thing? Who forgets that? You have a minister, 2 I think probably will have 3 or 4 deputy ministers, and there were plenty of assistant ministers. So they all sat down on table to plan infrastructure conference and invite stakeholders. Stakeholders, sector leaders, sector operators. And they say the immediate past public works minister, they all forgot. And the only people that weren't supposed to make sense to are UP people. That only because the explanation or the narrative is coming from them. But that does not make sense. Why it's true, we acknowledge your justification, but the justification is weak, it's lazy, it's floppy, it's weak, wiki. It's not making sense. It's not connecting. Oversight. I beg you, man. It can be an oversight. So they will build a road. They are building a road, the VOA road. They are doing the VOA road. It's smaller than even the Banjo road. The Banjo road is bigger than the VOA road. And we are hoping that the VOA road will put food on the tables of all those people living inside VOA. Because that's what they said. So we're hoping now that UP is doing road where the road is coming along with food. UP all development coming along with food. The people houses they're breaking down on the road, they're giving them food. Is that development? UP were arguing that development, yeah. That development people eat. That's what they're saying. Now I see them breaking down people's homes. I just hope they're giving them food to eat. They bring your house and they get one burger rare. Maybe your father is not US. Because they say development is not supposed to come with pain, it's supposed to come with smile. So those of you inside VOA, you're getting road, but I hope the road is putting food on your table. Because that was UP's interpretation or narrative to you then. That the road are not putting food on your table. Today is the road putting food on your table. The very road they are completing. The roads they said were not putting food on your table. They are completing those roads with pride and dignity. Roads that they criticized before were not good. They are completing those roads. And they are so proud to complete the projects that they criticize. Shameless people. You criticize a project. They criticize RI Road. Today they come as soon Joe Boga enter your office. As soon Joe Boga enter your office after inauguration. The next day he joined RI Road. Let's go finish it. Quickly. Mame, we get no money here. We get no friend. Nobody bringing money for all. The project let's go finish. Let's go complete everything. So the people will say working here. They may start jumping for unfinished project. Nobody know the number of unfinished project in the country that Josh Weah left than the UP people, especially Joe Baker. They got a whole record of all Weah's unfinished projects. They completing it. That fun to complete Weah project. They don't want making it to look like they're not fun. They're the one telling you we will not acknowledge it. Because they will not acknowledge that those projects were started by Josh Weah. Because if they start acknowledging or telling you that those projects were started by Josh Weah, you know what will happen? Oh, you will join on them. They will start telling you and say, oh, so these people were lying to us and fooling us here, making us to believe that Josh Weah was not doing anything in this country. You made us to believe that Josh Weah destroyed this country. He spoiled this country. Now we see you completing all the projects they may started. How you may to believe that the man spoiled this country now? So that's why when they go to dedicate the project, the project that the man didn't complete, when they go to dedicate the project, they will tell you, say, that our project, then now we are project. They will own it. Then they say, we are going to own it. They will say that we are project, then they get vexed. But you won't own the project that you did not start. And you don't want the people, the actual person who started the project to own it. It's not possible. It's not possible. So, man, me, I know I can tell you for free, man, they will not work on their arrogance. Trust me. So don't bother them. Stay on your lane. But don't stop. Don't stop correcting them. Don't stop beating on them. Don't stop criticizing them. Don't stop critiquing their activities. Don't stop critiquing their activities. Don't stop. The other day, I saw TJ, former Senator TJ at the CEO. Putting him on Josh Weah, bam off in Josh Weah. And I told the gallery I was sitting, I said, they made a job, they made whole laugh. He bam off you getting job. I said, trust me, they made I ain't so gonna job. Now you see him going to intellectual center, going to higher places, and bam off in Josh Weah. He's only telling Joe Baga, Papi, I stay here, don't forget about me. Now you see him going to radio, going to intellectual center, and then to bam off Josh Weah. Because he want the president to know that he's still around. He get 18 years. And guess what? 71-year-old man with big mouth. A Sano Poto. Sano Poto. You will be put manager for Sano Poto. 71-year-old man. What kind of embarrassment? Look, Labrador, so now a Labrador or human being. But anyway, we spare Labrador. and we will focus on the people that are making the bad decision, the wrong choices. Because Liberians do nothing to us. We the one doing. We are the ones hurting Liberia. We are injuring Liberia. We are the ones harming Liberia. Liberians do nothing to us. Our leaders are the ones doing something to doing all the bad things to Liberia. Look at Sano. Do you know how many Brad University students from Sano? Do you know how many smart or United Palaces from Sano? Eh? That's because you want to be political now. You want to give job to your policies, which is fair enough politically. Yes, it's no crime. UP is not committing any crime by prioritizing or policies for job. But hey, the first thing, the country is a mess because we always interrupting change. Every time we on the right path, we interrupt it and divert from that path. That's Liberia's biggest problem. Every time we're on path, we interrupt it and divert from that path. President Salif did it on our regime. She was doing so well. In the middle of it, he started bringing Rob. Rob Salif then started coming in the picture. Boom, diverted. Internal fight, intensive fight between Gavin and Amara Kone. The first people she brought, Antonia Saye, then started quitting for her government. Boom, diverted from that path. We are started only high on internal fight to internal fight in the system too. UP minister started fighting him too. Running all around from different places, opposition block, 14. So you will not rest until you leave the presidency. And they didn't rest. They fought him. And to the extent they were willing to even damage the reputation of the country only because they didn't want George Weah. They interrupted, they harassed. They consistently harassed that path. Interrupted that path of development we were on a George Weah. Boom. We are left the presidency diverted from that path. Here we are today with Joe Baka. 2 years gone. You who are saying that 6 years. That 6 years, 2 gone. Today, January 19, 2026. 2024 gone. 2025 gone. Today is January 19. January just started yesterday. 19 days gone. That y'all saying that 6 years. That 6 years, 6 years long. Y'all wait. 2 years gone. Baka has not broken ground for one project, his own project. To say, I'm starting this project. I source funding for this project and I'm starting it. He has not done 2 years gone. Everything he's doing here, completing here, that job we have started in. This is a disgrace. It's an embarrassing situation for the whole Unity Party and those who supported him. See the other decision Joe Baka is taking. But anyway, I don't believe Babe. How can you tell Joe Baka say don't give a 71-year-old man job? When you gave a 79-year-old man the presidency, you expect Baka to rationalize and say, my man, you do owe for the job? Teacher will tell you, how will you tell me I'm over the job? You were 79-year-old who made you president, and you tell me who's 71-year-old I can't get a job? You see? This is the irony. So Baka will not tell you, say, my man, there's a law. Yeah, I say what's every job here. So, I mean, we'll give the job at 25, you get the job for. That job is 25 years. Let me tell you now. The port managers, those jobs are 75 years. If all the port managers were going to, who contested, if they were not going to win, they were still going to get a job with the National Port Authority because they have full employment. Yes, full employment. That 25-year job down there, when you get a job, 25 years, not the particular position, but it means you are a permanent employee with the National Port Authority. You on MPA payroll. You are a regular staff that anybody just that you're a manager, you are at the manager level, that's all. Yeah. So no, those of you arguing say, oh, but the job a presidential appointment job. No. That lie. That lie. The job is not no presidential appointment job. That job is a job that is under the organogram of the National Port Authority. It is a manager job at the port. Pastor, Sano, Buchanan. Sorry, Buchanan, Sano, and Harper. Those are all employable positions. The managing director can employ some people there. The same managing director can appoint the person as director for record, director of communication, how do you call it now? I didn't say they call it director now. Executive director. So they're all director positions now. So director, that director job TJ go for. Is the president appoint the Milton TJ? The president appointment can change the rule, the law. You can change the law. So TJ will be done for 25 years. The man who already passed retirement age. You gave a 70-year-old man job that he's supposed to retire at 65 or after 25 years. Because at the port, after you retire, you reach the retirement age of 65, then they retire you, or when you serve for 25 years, after 25 years, they retire you from the port. That's what the law says, clear. That man has reached the retirement age. They man is 71-year-old. Then you are pointing into a job that he should not be occupying. What? Papi, I beg you, Papi. Prezo, you won't get TJ job. They still get vacancies in the government. The government still has vacancies. The Ministry of Commerce got vacancy. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs got vacancy. Appoint TJ there. Even Noka should be having vacancy. President Seli used to create positioning for people. Create your own, put in there. Appoint TJ as Deputy Minister for Public Affairs. Maybe at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or at the Ministry of Commerce. Appoint there. But that other one, it is wrong. Don't even put yourself on that other record. Your record already dirty. Your grade sheet dirty already. When it comes to the rule of law in the country, Honor Joe Braga, it's the worst. Respecting the rule of law in the country, respecting the laws in this country, it is worse. Braga scores 0. Peace 0, joy here, joy in nose, joy in more, all. Peace 0. That's what Braga scores when it comes to respecting the rule of law in this country. He scores 0. We just have to talk. But who knows? He might not even listen to us to rescind his decision to send TJ down there. TJ goes to that port, a boss man will not be Braga. TJ boss man, they're not Braga. You don't think that the president is not the boss man for TJ. That job TJ has at that port, a boss man, that the managing director of the port, Sekou Douglé. TJ will be reporting directly to Sekou Douglé. That's why you see these guys are fighting to make autonomous these ports, because the politicians want to have direct control over those ports. Those ports can make representatives, can make lawmakers. Trust me. See, copy the being a senator. He wants to contest again, so he goes to the port of Buchanan. But because there is an administrative bureaucracy that does not allow him to work at will, he's answerable only to the managing director of the port. That's why they want autonomous for Buchanan Port. They want the same for Sando. They want the same for Harper. Because the politicians want to control the port. Now, that's why you see the Senate is standing firm. Because the Senate want to pass that thing. The legislature, in fact, wants to pass it. Because it could be tomorrow Jim Barney wants to control Maryland. Jim Barney wants to control Harper Port. He wants to be the one deciding who goes to Harper Port. If it is autonomous, that's a good thing for him. He has answer to the president. He has a good rapport with the president. They can easily send their people there to the president for appointment. Same with Buchanan. Yombi Kanga Lawrence wants exclusive control of the port of Buchanan. She and Dillon there. So what do? They go to the legislature for autonomous. They want to make the port autonomous. So they go to the legislature and say, we want to make Buchanan Port autonomous. So we'll put our moped or our puppet there. General Kabi, he's a puppet. We'll put the puppet here and then use him. Humpty Dumpty, yeah, use him. Tell him what to do. Jim Barney will put him on a puppet at Harper Port. And then TJ will be the puppet at the Sando Port. Eh? Because TJ say he's the godfather for Sando. The godfather for Sando chasing employment on a 5-year job at the National Port Authority. But don't overlook it. That job is influential in Sando. That's one of the most, I think that's the most influential job in Sando besides the representative and senator. That's the most influential job in Sando besides the representative and senator. Even the superintendent saying get more money, can call more than the port manager at Sando. I mean, Greenfield Port. So they are all preparing their re-election come back. So they want to use those ports as cash cow to finance their election in 2029. And I've never supported Sekou Douglé on anything. And I said to myself, I don't want to get involved with their port autonomy thing. But it's reaching a point where some of us will have to get involved. But Sekou Douglé, he another fool, so he knows what he's going through. Let's take course and go home. Sekou is another arrogant man. Now, arrogance meet arrogance. Now what can happen? They don't arrogant. Yombi is the most arrogant mama in the whole country. You see, she and Madida Cooper working together. You put Yombi, Madida Cooper, and they don't. 3 group of arrogant people put it together. And Sekou is extremely arrogant too. So imagine what's happening. Just imagine what happening. They don't arrogance plus Yombi's arrogance plus Madida Cooper's arrogance. Join together. To go for a Sekou Douglé on the arrogance. You see what's happening? You see what's happening? If Sekou was not arrogant, but no, I think he's getting the pay for his rudeness or his arrogance. Yeah. But on a serious note, these kinds of state grabs, these kinds of attempts to grab state infrastructure and exercise extreme control over them, that's not corporate governance. We don't have respect for corporate governance in this country. That's why we want to take all of our state-owned enterprises. We want to place them on politicians. We place them on a politician. At the end of the day, corporate governance is lacking. It does not exist because politicians are presiding over state-owned enterprises, over our corporate entities. Let's take calls and then we can go home. 0776 104 104. Imagine Milton TH, 71-year-old man won't be port manager. Yeah, he'll be port manager. Now I'm managing director say at the National Port Authority, but he wants to be a manager. A manager. So the minute say I want need our own NSAP where right. And that when Georgia leave power, we die. We not eat. We will not survive. That's what they said. But see the people who chasing government job. TJ. all TJ life he has lived inside government. And at age 71, he is still chasing government job. So that man, all y'all putting models, talking fully thing, they want to enjoy the power. You see, they will not make it. They want you see. Where? They are here, we're making it. We're making it as a government, straight as a government. One government penny. We're making it as a government. That we don't want the big people for the country here. We know we're making it as a government. We're not chasing nobody. No, you people in the whole country will tell you, say, see your man also in same Tesla. Nobody. No, you people will tell you, see your man also in same Tesla. No, you people. No. We make it as a government. Because we want to tell that we're not surviving on government job because we're supporting we are. No. We're not. Your people, they can be causing man call everything for government job. They're too educated. The whole UP, you're educated by way. Y'all go open your frames and run your frames now. And employ people. Y'all get all the sense in the country in the war. Pick more people. The other man, many president, he publicly to all, you were broke. He didn't get nothing. He was living on loan. We should go to RB and ask. Who made him president? Then you won't open your arm. Even people that have never survived on government job, depending on government job to survive. The people that we can have conversation with, that people that who government job, no government job, they can survive. They don't need government job to survive. They have never depended on government job to survive. They've never. Now the other one is sitting down the information ministry. Oh, on the part they ran away America doing on a table job. So yeah, now, minister, WMC on the part they running come back government job. Why didn't you open that frame there? Yeah, they're too smart. So open that frames here or their companies here to start running things. They run away and go America. This year, the part running come back for government job. What morale you get to tell the people you can survive on outside government? Then you want me to be more. Then you won't open your arms. You get nothing. You that bad. That bad. I know the people that I respect that survive. Us that did not depend on government jobs to survive. They went for job. They got job in the private sector. They worked. They didn't care for government job. And I say the same thing to some of these CDC people I see passing around, jumping behind UP people for a job. If you're smart, you're educated, go and look for a job. Or go and create a job. Use your education to create a job or get a job to do. Do you have to be chasing Unity Party people for a job, begging them, and making fool of you? Go and get a job. The president does well. I am going to publicly sit on this radio and praise him. And I will always say, I'm happy that the president is completing George Weah project. He didn't show them we say or start push them and say, no, I'm not touching the project because of Weah project. The fact that he's completing Weah's project, I clap for him. That's how we want continuity. So Weah started a project he didn't complete. You come there, you continue from where he stopped. So I clap for him for completing Weah's projects. So I can tell you, say Braga has not done anything. The fact that he completing Weah's project, that's something. But we are waiting for the day he will break ground for him. So when he not completed, somebody can there, they can complete it for him too. But it is sweet. The project is sweet. They may have plenty of projects. So completely is sweet. So they may even think about their own projects there. They made them no, they made un project that 10 million for it. Like, the only thing Bora broke ground for in the country here to build 10 million. His 10 million retirement home in Foya. That the only thing the man broke ground for. He own set project, a retirement base in Foya. How you build on your own. Besides, I want point to anything that Bora broke. You see the man, let me hear a break ground for the day. He didn't get rack. Boy, I was still telling him, thank you for completing We Are project. I was still celebrating him. I was still clap for him for completing We Are project because that's something. But then because they criticize the projects. So they're not supposed to do it. They're not supposed to complete the projects because the project was not putting food on the table for people. How come now the projects that were not putting food on the table for people are the very projects that they probably running in completing them? So when you're criticizing people, you are thinking about tomorrow. Your criticism has to be realistic. Your criticism in politics or in governance, your criticism when you're in opposition, they say you can't criticize. It's your responsibility to make the government unpopular because you want to come to state power. But you can't do it at the detriment of the country. No. If you guys are not giving We Are hard time, We Are was going to complete all these projects that Bora is completing today. Today, Bora will be starting new projects. And at the end of the day, our country benefits. It develops our country gets developed. But you strangulated, you stagnated everything in this country. Interrupted development in this country. You play propaganda all of everything in this country. All the development in this country, you politicize everything. Delay its progress. Today you come back you have to complete them before you start your own. The 6 years now waiting for you. So in essence, you injure your own self. You be injure yourself. Because had they drawn a line between sincere criticism and politics, We would have completed all his projects. And even if you didn't elect him for the second term, you would have been starting on a new footing with new projects. And Liberia benefits at the end of the day. And your legacy would have been clearly defined at the end of the day. Today, you have a scattered legacy because everything you are completing now is George Weah's doings. It's George Weah's idea. Everything you are completing now is George Weah's idea because he started it as his vision. So you are aligned to complete those projects. A vision clearly laid out. Then you cannot draw a line. These are Bora's projects. This is his vision. Look at Bora's vision. He lies in that MRU project. The vision for MRU. He not get some for a country. $10 million. They would even go to the Foya project and not complete it. You know what $10 million we have done on our Alofa Road? You take it and put it in a project. They come and say, no, that $5 million. Okay, let's accept the 5.6 million. 5.6 million, put it on our road to complete the Alofa Road. But if that George Weah was going to build that project, they were going to say that was not an economically sound decision. It was not a sound economic decision. They made it, yeah. Just give yourself hard time. The book can say the role you prepare for yourself. That's what you're working on. That's what you're working on. You are walking on the road that you prepare for. If you prepare this road, and you have to work on it. You made Liberians to understand that development should put food on the table, or development should come along with food on the tables for people to eat. So we are reminding them that they told you that development should come along with food package for you to eat while they're developing. So while they are completing WIA's projects, they are breaking down structures on the road. Why are they not giving you food? So the question for you, Liberians, to ask them. Now it is a time to ask them, why are they not giving you food along with the projects that they are completing, that we have started? Why they're not dividing rice on you? Why they're not dividing oil, beans on you? Since development is supposed to come with food, it is supposed to put food on your table. I'm leaving you with this question. Ask them. Anyway, you see them in your community when they come, ask them. Doing your tenure, doing WIA's tenure, or doing your tenure in your position, you criticize WIA and made us to believe that development is supposed to come with food on our table. And that everything WIA was doing, you kept telling us it's not putting food on our table, it's not putting food on our table. Now you are completing some of the very projects that you criticize, and you are not putting food on our table. The people are still hungry. So why? Where's the food? They will tell you, oh man, our propaganda, man. Our propaganda. Let's talk to this person. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, my brother.
How are you?
Yeah, fine. I'm the PRO of United Christian and Muslim for re-election.
All right, go ahead.
The thing there is that this very government I don't think they have plan before coming. Because the example of this government is that swearing time, there was corruption in the swearing time. And in most of the departments that makes a government, they give us a bad result for most of the men to fight for one or two things in the department. It comes to the police, we have disappointment. It comes to water and syrups, we got disappointment. We come to Ministry of Transport, disappointment. We come in many aspects. We are all disappointed as interested citizens that are living in this country. Most of the things that are happening is not giving us job. It comes to bread and butter that you are talking about. There is even if you reduce the rice, no money to buy the rice. How are you going to buy the rice? You see, these are the problems that we are facing in many.
Thank you. The problem they're facing. They say rice price is down. But do the people have money to buy the rice? No, they don't have money to buy rice. Purchasing power is low. They drop the rice price, but the purchasing power is low. I mean, the people cannot even afford to buy the rice. So there's no impact. The reduction of the rice price is not impacting the lives of the people because they don't have purchasing power. That purchasing power is low. So no impact. That's what let me tell you. Good evening to you.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, this is Elijah Lugon Ijatu. I'm calling from Secretary in my country.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you educated?
Go to the point. What you want to say, my man?
Government is all about what continuity. You say the government, completing Jowia project, that which is good. Government is all about continuity. You don't have the right to say, because government, continuing or completing Jowia project. Jowia is, for me, I'm not against Jowia. You understand? Mm-hmm. But you guys are the one that, that are driven, making the whole country to go backward. Mm-hmm. It's not correct.
Oh, you call my show to curse me. So you come to insult me, eh?
The government is doing well. But don't say, complete Jowia, project, it's wrong.
My man, you can understand? You can understand?
You're the one you don't understand.
My man, don't have my ear begging you. I got enough team for the weekend. Don't have my ear begging. I got energy for that other electricity. Hello?
Hello, are you coming up?
I'm okay.
I'm calling from Chocolate City.
Let's hear you.
Yeah. But man, how many projects are Jowia left behind but completely? They just
I mean, I'm the host of this show. You can come to ask me a question. Just go and make your point. Just make your point, my man. I'm not making palaver. You make your point. The team wants to say, yeah. Because you in your power move, make your point, my man. I've been talking my own time, but I've been saying my own, say your own. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I said it. So you know what I said? That's what I said. You heard me clapping for Baka, right? If you were listening to the show, and you heard me clapping for him, I said, "Oh, okay. So I see why you. I see why. Okay, I see why. I clap for Baka on the radio. I said, let me clap for Baka for completing Josh Ria's project. That's something. That's what I said.
All right. But my man, where is
which one? Which one of the road? Oh yeah. He started a lot of road projects. He started a lot of road projects. Oh yeah, the Johnsonville Road. Yeah, the Johnsonville linking. How you call it? Sure. Exactly so. Stusafi. The whole Central Morovia, the whole Single Avenue. You speaking to your area, eh? Yes, but which Baka are the best? But the point out, you see when you in power, don't make. There you go. I'm just hearing now. When the 10 months they broke the thing down, they didn't go back to go to the road. Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you, man. Liberians know the issues. So nobody can tell Liberians say we are the road, we are the into road. They both can see the road, they ride on the road, they're using the road. Hello? Oh, this person. Let me talk to this person here. Hello?
I'm calling from Metro Town calling
This is Austin.
Yeah, this Austin said you have done one from some everything else. Like you say. And what I'm looking at is some of the things we talk about is very poor. They are not doing nothing good. You see what I'm working and they're not working. Because the legislature is just somebody that put everything on care about it, just go off. It just happened, it just now.
Oh yeah, somebody told me somebody just posted that the entire Johnsonville is off.
I said it's down from Amazon coming free for all is off. That's of Cloud in Westford.
They shouldn't just try my Broville. Nobody must touch our current Broville at all. That Christmas letting they doing. Don't try our current Broville. Okay, we put power tap in Broville. Man, Sisi.
How you doing, sir?
I am good. How are you?
Yes, you great. Right now, Clarendon is off.
Clarendon off. Johnsonville off.
I let you go last on right now.
Tusafi off. Panaville off.
Okay. They rain symphony now, right? Put your glasses in now. Yeah, you have a lot of person asking how many projects we are left. Can you imagine that? That's a madness. It means that you go out of your head. You can't say what kind of project, how many projects we are left. I know how you call your bed. How do you say JV song? Your project that you say, when you show it to you, when you're clapping for him, and what that project, Austin. Then your men are left the law asking you that you're spoiling the country. Oh, yesterday you were spoiling the country. Telling people that we are doing S1Z. I think you're spoiling the country, right? When we were breaking ground, you posted our airport and you were breaking ground and people will have airport. Today you can see the RIA road moving on. And you are telling how many projects is left? Are you kidding me? Then they don't come later in 3 months and you posted was Sustainable Road. That's about Waka. But every evening we pass here. They will pass it when the rain was falling. What happened was full of water. Like a pool. We call it Boaka pool. If you're getting so soon, you asking how many projects you left. The place is looking today when you passing people of Morovia. You can see the gigantic lady standing there. LPRC is standing there. You put in the continue for so many years. But you say you damage the country, right? Now you can damage country. The way I lead all the way to Broadway that he built today. You want to do your completely. You say you damage me, right? Now you can damage me. So God will beat your way will confess one walk.
Thank you very much, man, Sisi. And man, Sisi, okay, let me just take 2 more calls. Let me squeeze 2 more in. 2 persons. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Austin.
How are you? Let's say you cook there.
Yeah, my name is Lavar Shere and I join you. Okay, I want to ask, how many questions do opposition ask and international community and librarian will ask about one new project, that a new project can come out?
Without asking
let me say, everybody asking a question, so you want to tell me the new project now actually to do a check out?
Man, on the radio.
So let's be friends. Sorry for that, boy. We want to see the new project. Send the feeder. All the other one that they want to do their own, let it do their own and forget about their own. We do it. Thank you for information. Yeah.
You're welcome, my brother. Thank you so much. Last caller, let's hear you quickly, then we go home. Good evening to you. Let's hear you. Good evening to you. Your monitor is terrible. Switch your monitor off.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. For my giving.
Yeah, I'm Johnson calling from Transit Maggie. Transit community is off. Yeah, so I don't understand the current business.
What happened to the current one, sir?
The play up, say the barrier off.
Oh, that's off too.
Yes.
Oh.
So don't understand the jackal that will be in the current.
The people try. That the rescue mission.
Yeah, but the mission now.
The mission is not mission here. Oh, Patuba, Samuka off?
Yeah.
Samuka turn off. Oh.
Yeah.
Is that we're in the show with LDC roll call? Samuka turn. Let's hear somebody. That's I'm taking 5 more calls. LDC people. Let's see. Who else? LDC, what happened? Where is your LDC? You got LDC?
No LDC here. I did not finish, but my minute finished.
Where?
What I'm trying to say is that this government never even believed that they could win this election. Because all the example is wrong. In every aspect of the government, there is a big bad failure in it. We listen to news, we listen to all the radios, and they keep on disappointing us. They keep on disappointing us. Go in the various communities, you see that people are feeling bad. People are feeling bad in aspect of current. No way. Even if you get the current, it's expensive. You can't even buy the food. Even if it is cheap, you don't even have the money to buy it. You can't even visit a neighbor. If you want to transport yourself to any community to find a help, you can't even go there. You don't have the money to transport yourself anywhere. The first example, they brought a yellow machine, old machine, they brought it to people. It's a first disappointment. See? So what are they proud of? That's what we want to know. One thing that they should proud of, that should make this thing to be happy. Want to know, because we see Joshua own things that he done. But this government, we let us see something that will make even the poorest in Liberia should proud of. Want to see one thing. You can't just be deceiving people, telling us lies every day. We are all concerned. We are living in Liberia. We need to be concerned. Because when the country is good, it's good for everyone.
Thank you. When the country is good, it's good for everyone. That's true. Next person, let's hear you.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Where do you call from?
I'm calling from
Nizo, you got current?
No current. almost about 6 hours ago. No
Oh.
current.
No current. That's the other person. Hello, you got current?
No current.
This your thing, no current. Let's talk to this other person. Hello, you got current?
Really? Are you doing, Chief?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm Gion Sigwe calling from Diesel. Diesel is off to perpetually.
Oh. The issue here. I hope our brother because let's hear this person.
Mr. Kawa,
How are you?
I'm fine. This EV calling you. This is 12 off.
This is 12 off.
Yeah.
This is 12 off. People are idiot. Let's hear the other person. I see when they're calling me. I hope, bro.
I mean, the current you're popping, yo. They carrying it, they bringing it, they carry, they bring it, they carry, they bring it.
And I hope, bro.
It's currently it's on.
Okay, it's on, but it's like popping.
Yeah, they just take when they take it, they bring it, they take it, they bring it. Either on.
That one can spot the equipment.
Oh, but I shut down all my appliances.
Oh yeah, appliances. I did blew my TV off.
Yo.
All right, thank you. So you see, yeah. Where's Sherry? Where's Sherry?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. Okay.
Do you have current?
No coming from Jarvis Market. Go all the way to my back. Coming go all the way to Daniel with Isa.
Jarvis Market straight to my back there, no current.
No coming over there.
Okay. That bad news here. Hello. You know, when I was starting the show before coming on the radio, around 7, let's say 2 minutes to 8 or around there, LDC left. So we had to put the generator on. So we're using generator as we speak. So that's about 2 hours, 15-20 minutes ago. LDC left around our own area on Carrier Street. I don't know about the entire Central Morovia, but for yeah, the LDC one. So I have to go home, man. Crime Stopper Liberia. Thank you for the sponsorship of this show. Let's take a walk from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia. Then we can go home.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Morovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
Okay, folks, so we have to go home, man. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to you. Thanks to all of you for following the show tonight.
Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop slipping. Whip your hands. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go.
I know you're bringing all the LDC people who are calling, but we can't take calls. We have to go. We've already gone 15 minutes into the next announcer's term, so we have to go. But it is clear, it is honest to now that most of the places do not have LDC. In some places where LDC is, it is weak. Whatever the case is, Omen Simpson said Liberia is all we have. We shall be back here tomorrow by God's grace.
We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us.